I decided to review this game of Vanguards versus Summon Elves. The reason is I find this matchup interesting. I really like to play Vanguards for some reason. And yeah, this is a game from the tournament. The big tournament with almost 100 people or over 100 people, I don't remember. And yeah, this is the final round. This is Lark versus Lvl3cpu. This is one of the games that defined the tournament out of many. So I decided to review it and just give my opinion on it. So Vanguard start, and I think Vanguard's opening with the Archer is the best unit you can have in the first turn, no matter the matchup. Archer, I don't think this is a good unit overall, but when you get it on the first turn, it's a good unit because it becomes easily a 2-3 4 attack unit, and that's very powerful, and it has a lot of life, very hard to deal with. I'm very lucky for Vanguard to start this matchup where you really want to start and also have the Archer. So I think this is very reasonable. I would maybe just not move forward to Archer and just move the Priest. Moving Sera forward and the Knight, that's a given. But maybe I would just go another option. Another option is to move the Knight in front of the Archer and the Archer here to kill the Lioness. The reason this is a bad option here is because Sera doesn't have units to get to 3 attacks, so this is reasonable. There's a good argument to play Judgment here, not because it's really that impactful right now, but the other option is really to discard it. You need to play very aggressive, discard cards super fast, so I think it's a situation of play it or discard it. I think there is a little more value in playing it, but I could be super wrong here and just, I don't know, I think it's super close. But just something to consider, that the reason to play Judgment here is not because, again, it's super impactful, but I want to get rid of my hand as fast to discard, especially because I really like Renew Hope in this matchup. I want to keep it, and I don't think I can afford to give Renew a Judgment, so it's better to discard Judgment or play it. I think it's better to play it. A little more damage for the Archer, make sure the Lions die, but let's go with Tara's decision here, which was not to. Obviously, discard the Archer here, try to kill the Lioness. Good kill, and very important kill. And that's the turn of Abua. Abua, I really like this line of just getting Abua in. Yes, sure, you can get counter-attack, but I think it's totally worth it. It's very hard for Sera to punish this very big time, so I support it. The Archer gets attacked, but one of the things with the Archer is that you don't mind if it dies. I mean, it's overall it's very tough, and yeah, if it survives, better. But it's not a unit. It's a damaged unit, but it's not a unit you want to protect. If it survives to the late game, you don't care. I mean, one of the good things about the Archer is that it doesn't need protection. So yeah, I think this is very reasonable. Bringing the Paladin for max damage. The problem there is that the Paladin just the Paladin here is open to die by Abua. Abua will move back and then just shoot Paladin for free. I don't know. I think I would prefer maybe just put a Knight here. But let's see if that was even possible. Yeah, see, a Knight here, Paladin in front of the Archer. I will go with that, but I'm not the one of the final round, so what do you know? But I think I prefer to give Abua a worse target with the Knight, and you have their ready to Paladin to attack. I think that the idea here was to just attack for at least one more to Abua. I don't think it's worth it, but it's not the worst. Just Paladin moves here, and Sera, I think this is important. Sera just trying to move forward. Sera needs in this matchup to be as close as possible to the front lines. It needs to support your troops. So I support this. So I would find reasonable to move maybe the Priest so he gets in a better... This position for the Priest is awful. That's one of the reasons I don't like this starting step. That Priest is very hard to come into play in a useful way. But anyway, let's go with Sera putting the Gate here, which is reasonable. Especially because that hand is getting very crowded. it's interesting that he's deciding, I forgot to mention that, he decided to just keep the guards. He's not, like I suggested, he didn't see the need to play the guards. I would go for something different. Look at this. No magic. I don't like this at all. I would just play Judgment. And I don't know what I would do to renew how, but yeah, I think this Judgment clogging the hand is not doing the best. I think, yeah, especially this turn, I would just go for it. Still, like, no Judgment. I don't know. I don't approve personally. But this is more interesting for me because what's going on? So let's see. Yeah, he attacked Abua. 3. Okay, this is reasonable. Yeah, I know. Okay, so Abua just decide to trample the archer, very reasonable. Just save 1 attack and just finish the knight. This is what I was talking about. The Abua now it's got a free shot for the paladin. I mean, I would prefer to lose the knight, but now you have a knight with load. Like, yeah, I would prefer to just put the knight there, just show wise. And now Sera looks in a very bad position here. Very little magic. The hand's very clogged. It's going to be interesting to see if and how Sera gets out of this. I know the result of the match, but that's let's pretend that I don't. So this is interesting that Sera, and I know why. I know what's going on. Doesn't have units to support, and this is a reason that's in a kind of a bad situation. Also, there's no Citadel units to make Citadel Knight worth it. This is a very awful situation for Sera, in my opinion. It's a shame doesn't have at least 1 Citadel unit, because now this was a perfect situation for Sera to move forward, place a gate with another unit, right? And just put a good offensive. But now Sera decides to just place the gate because, yeah, it doesn't have a unit to... I mean, he placed the gate here as a wall next to the archer. Abua next turn, and the archer will just destroy the gate, and you didn't do much. However, you have Renew Hope. So I don't know. I think it would be interesting. I think I would probably still pull Sera forward and place the gate. I don't know, it's just a few interesting options here. Not much happening. The priest comes in just mostly to not free. I mean, it did some job, it did kill Rhino, but also to not trigger inevitability for Sera. And now it's time for Abua. This is, I think this is where Abua needs to settle the game. Just playing interesting and untangling. Move forward. Just try to, instead of playing more passive, which is maybe what we do at the bush, just going forward, just not trying to let Sera to recover, which is not bad. I mean, if he has been paying attention, he must know the hand is kind of closed. He sees Sera doesn't have units, doesn't have magic, so put pressure, I think, is smart. Very, very inconvenient. I think this was a classic mistake. Yeah, he forgot. Yeah, I'm correct. Let me check this. What happened here? For attacks. Okay, no. He had to draw the card. Okay. Yeah. That's the problem. Doesn't have Citadel Smite. This looks horrible for Sera, honestly. Had to use a Renew Hope just to be able to summon the units and to draw fights. It's saving Colleen. Colleen, I think it's an interesting champion in this matchup, but yeah, it's not wrong. The problem is he's playing a very slow game. But Abua is not really boarding his deck very fast too, so I think that's fine. Sera is receiving decent damage. And trying to defend from Abua offensive. There's a turn for Abua, which keeps putting a lot of pressure, but I don't know, I don't feel that the pressure is that Abua is putting is so bad for Sera. Sera actually, despite it needs to attack, it is to attack because it doesn't want to be poked. But it's super fine playing defensive against someone that's offensive. The problem of Sera is that he doesn't want the game to go to slow game. I mean, doesn't want to. I mean, doesn't want to go to a range war because it doesn't have good range. But yeah, Sera is perfectly fine playing a game where Abua is playing very offensive, and yeah, that's fine by Sera. And my point here is that I think I will try to just keep more my distance, just put Sera more in those tough spots where having no range units is very painful. But instead decide to just put pressure, which is reasonable given the situations we mentioned. But yeah, Sera has the tools to fight that, and that's what she's doing. Losing gates on the front. And yeah, now using Sera to gain some economy, some mass damage, good for the wrist. And now Tenai is just doing decent damage. And now, yeah, I mean, this is a very weird position for Sera, but let's be honest, Sera has to take some risk. Knight is kind of protecting Sera, but not that much. I mean, Sera could die here right now. Let's see, Reina getting through. Abua probably doesn't have power shot, and yeah, Sera could die here. And goes to 1. Was Sera's risk necessary? She wasn't doing fine, so I think it's reasonable to try to... let's remember that if Sera managed to do 2 damage to the Rhino... No, sorry, I'm saying no sense. I was saying that maybe the Rhino wouldn't get through, but he would get through anyway. Didn't it? Oh, I don't remember. No, if it is 2 damage, the Rhino couldn't get through. So yeah, that's reasonable. So I don't know. The risk was a little too much, but honestly, Sera is not in a good position, and I think you need to take risks when that happens. In any case, the game comes along. And I think, wow. Okay, Holy Judgment is I'm not happy to play double. Oof. I mean, is there? Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah. That's sad. That's okay. Okay, Holy Judgment and Abua is there. Game over. That was interesting and kind of sad. I think Abua was winning the game, but he could have won if he hit enough. There's a lot of things there here. Should have Abua risk it like this. I mean, I think it's reasonable. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't see how Abua wins this. I'm sorry, how Sera wins this, right? I mean, he has 7 life. He needs, I mean, the only reason Abua is dying here is because Dowry Judgment. The judgment that I didn't want to keep for a long time. I mean, I still don't justify keeping it. But yeah, I mean, that you didn't see that coming, and Sera has just had the perfect hand to punish this. So I don't think Abua misplayed here, but the problem is, look at the economy. I mean, does Abua need to risk? I mean, a little? Probably not, but I'm in this situation where I want to play very safe and I end losing the economy war because of that. So I don't know, I think there is an interesting debate if this Abua risk here was reasonable, but in any case, Abua took the risk, and Sera had the perfect hand to punish Abua and kill it, and that's how the game goes. Some conclusion from the game, I think Sera didn't play aggressive enough we needed this matchup. That's my personal opinion, I could be wrong, but I think I will put more pressure. I will discard the judgment right away. You need to just keep the deck flowing. You need to put pressure on Abua. You don't like this. You're fine playing a slow game, but once you have a foothold on the opponent's zone with Sera, which was the case, you need a good strong start, so to speak, to push and just set a hold in the front, and just then you can slow down. And keeping the judgment was not the path to that, in my opinion. On the other hand, Abua here, once Sera was on the back, I would play a little more slow. Sera can play range game very well. I would just I know, just use it. And he had many archers, so I will just ping and just play a slow game. I think that will be my go. But in the end, the both decide to clash very fast in the middle, and Abua was unlucky, keeping turn 1, and Sera had the perfect hand for the kill, and that's how the game went.